seated.
Good morning, everybody. How about we start with some applause for this incredibly gorgeous day? Welcome to Northeast State. My name is Jeff McCord, and I have the honor of serving as Northeast State's president. Today is a great day. Commencement is a time to celebrate hard work, sacrifices, and success. Graduates, you are to be commended for your discipline, your intelligence, and your persistence to make it to this day. The faculty and staff are honored to have walked alongside you during this time, if only in your life for just a little while. Family, friends, loved ones, thank you for the support you've shown the graduates. People rarely do anything good all on their own. The mission of community college is to make an impact in the communities we serve. But graduates, we can only make that impact if you do. Some of you will be transferring to other institutions. Others will be entering directly into the workforce. But as graduates of the Behavioral and Social Science and Mathematics divisions, you are stepping into fields that rely on both logic and understanding. Whether analyzing data, studying behavior, or addressing societal changes, your knowledge will help improve the lives and shape stronger communities. Be proud of what you've accomplished and where you got your start. This is Northeast State's 60th year anniversary, and the slogan is, we've been here 60 years, but we're just getting started. Okay, yeah, that's good. I should have written pause for applause there, but I didn't. So you are too. You're just getting started. Don't settle. Go out in the community, into the region, and the world, and make something good happen. So once again, congratulations. We're cheering for you and can't wait to see what you do. At this time, I'd like to welcome a very good friend of the college and part of Northeast State's Community College's foundation, Mr. Chair. He past chair and just continues to be involved with our college and our foundation, the purpose and the mission that we have. Is Peter Raber. Mr. Raber serves as president of AFI, an investment management company in Colonial Heights, Tennessee. Please help me welcome Mr. Peter Raber.
Thank you, Dr. McCord. Graduates, on behalf of the Northeast State Foundation, it is my honor to congratulate you on reaching this milestone. This is one of those rare moments when everyone kind of agrees that it's okay to pause, take a second, smile, cheer loudly, take pictures. Today is a celebration of your hard work, your persistence, and everything it took to get you here. Each of you has your own story. Some of you came straight from high school. Some of you came back after taking a little bit of a break. Some of you have balanced your classes with jobs, with families, with military service perhaps, or a schedule that makes no sense to anyone but yourselves. However you got here, you've made it. You've kept going, and this is the way. The foundation is proud to have supported you on this journey. You've earned this moment. You've sat through the lectures. You've completed the assignments. You've pushed through with caffeine and determination and a little bit of panic doing most of the heavy lifting. And my brief piece of advice to you is this: do not underestimate the power of continuing to learn. Your diploma is not the end of your journey today. It's proof that you know how to grow. The world will change and your path will change. Opportunities will present themselves that you were not expecting, and so will obstacles. The people that do it best are not those who have all the answers, but those who are willing to continue to learn, adapt, and grow. So as you leave here today, celebrate this moment fully. Be proud of what you've done. Thank the people who've gotten you here, and carry this moment with you as proof that you can do hard things, finish what you start, and build a future one decision at a time. So on behalf of the foundation graduates, congratulations one more time. We are proud of you. We believe in you. We can't wait to see what you do next. And because, for those of you who know me, know I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and you gotta put up with it. May the Force be with you always.
Thank you, Peter. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker for this graduation ceremony, Mr. Peyton Vaughn.
Thank you. It's an honor to get this opportunity today. Over the last few weeks, I've considered, pondered, and thought about what I would say in this speech, and yet no sentence or idea conveyed the message of who I am. So I decided to do something entirely different, and this speech is going to be completely different from what I expected it to be. This exact same process has described the last 2 years here at Northeast State Community College, and I've constantly been thinking about my future and how I want my life to go, but I want to tell you something. 2 years ago, whenever I stepped foot into Northeast State, I thought that I would be majoring in entomology and studying insects for the rest of my life. And then after a while, I thought about studying law and then statistics. And I was always terrified of public speaking, so I never imagined that 2 years later I would be graduating with an associate's degree focused in communication studies and giving this speech in front of all of you today. In fact, I probably would have been throwing up in the bathroom if I had to do this 2 years ago. And I can't imagine that I've experienced this feeling alone. I guarantee that every single one of you didn't know where you'd be today a few years ago. And while I do want to spend a fair bit of time celebrating your incredible achievements today, I also want to offer you a piece of advice. If I could go back in time and change one thing about my experience at Northeast, I would have stressed about the future way less than what I did. I spent so much time worrying about where I would be down the road rather than where I was at the time. I neglected relationships, wasted time, and destroyed my mental health by worrying about how things would go. It took my entire life to learn that my future is fully dependent on the present. And people always say to keep your sights set on the future, but one day the future will be the present, and what you pour into your present decides your future. You've all done incredible things in your life, and you've waited so long for this moment, and I don't want you to think for a second that I'm saying to ignore your future. We need to set goals, and we need to have an idea of where we want to go, but what I am saying is that we don't always know how things are going to turn out. So it's important to live in the present moment and cultivate your future that you want now rather than waiting. Don't ignore your life as it is today. And don't neglect your relationships, and don't neglect yourself. And don't think of the future as a distant thing. If we wait for the ideal life to just stumble upon us, we'll be waiting forever. We have to work for our future and live in the moment. And we've been working for our future for the last 2 years, right? You may not have realized it, but every decision you've made, every exam that you've taken, and every night that you've procrastinated until 11:30 to write a paper due at 12 has led you to where you are today. When you first started college, today was your future. And you all have done a fantastic job at cultivating the life that you have today. A lot of you probably have a plan of where you're going next in life, and some of you are pretending that you do. But even at that, you've made it this far. So please continue to spend your life proving everyone wrong who thought that you couldn't do it. And most importantly, remember where you are now. I know for a fact that I couldn't be where I am today if it weren't for all of you. If it weren't for my friends, my professors, my parents, and my family, I would still be scared of the future, terrified of how my life would go. But thanks to all of you, I know how to live my life in the present and create and cultivate the future that I want. So my advice to you, stop worrying about where you'll be years from now. I promise that you'll be okay as long as you work towards it today. And please, don't wait for the stars to align. Instead, reach for the stars and align them yourself. Thank you.
It is now time to present our graduates. Members of the graduating class of 2026, please stand. Dr. McCord, each of these students have completed all requirements in a degree or certificate program.
By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Tennessee and the Tennessee Board of Regents, I hereby confer these degrees and certificates with all the rights, privileges, and honors to which they are entitled.
It is with great pleasure that the faculty and I present to you the Northeast State Community College graduating class of 2026. You may move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left to signify your graduation.
The following students are completing degree requirements for an Associate of Applied Science in the Division of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Chad Michael Cochran. Lisa Crum. Taylor Nicole Davenport. Hannah Rose Dawson, summa cum laude. Eli Lewis Horn. Ashley Little, summa cum laude. Jocelyn Moss Griffiths. Zoe Adolyn Brooke Payne. Kayla Day Vines. Cameron Wine. Kinley Winters. The following students are completing degree requirements for an Associate of Science in Teaching in the Division of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Anna Altizer, cum laude. Christy Nicole Bell, cum laude. Christina Michelle Dykes. Shelley Leanne Easterling, summa cum laude. Carrie Greer. Caitlin King. Amanda Lorraine Montgomery, magna cum laude. Madison Rose Peterson. Kendall Phillips. Hannah Rice. Haley Rosario Melendez, cum laude. Sally Rachel Warren, cum laude. The following students are completing degree requirements for an Associate of Arts in the Division of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Richard Alexander Bowers, summa cum laude. Noah Ross Dolan. Chrysalyn Elliott, summa cum laude. Tyler Lawson, cum laude. Estrella Mendoza, summa cum laude. Macy Carolina Willis. Cassie Adams, summa cum laude. The following students are completing degree requirements for an Associate of Science in the Division of Behavioral and Social Sciences. Zachary C. Bates, cum laude. Kira Yvonne Ariel Bayless. Haley Birchfield. Ashley Brooke Bollinger. Alexis Boer. Lex Bramlett. Amelia M. Brown, summa cum laude. Noah Scott Bruno. Brittany Elizabeth Burke. Emma Bird. Lindsay Jean Church, cum laude. Megan Brooke Clausen. Natasha Collins. Emma Cowden, cum laude. Samantha Josephine Chilog. Abigail Dawn Decker. Tanya Edwards. Adam Adel El Abbasi, summa cum laude. Austin Ellis. Parker Kane Estes, magna cum laude. Caden Evans, cum laude. Michaela Marie Fields. Zorida Marie Garcia Hawks, summa cum laude. Jessica Grindstaff, summa cum laude. Derek Clarence Groff, summa cum laude. Imani Hagler. Angel Faye Hall. Haley Morgan Hatfield, cum laude. Danessa Renee Hensley. Olivia Grace Winefade Hickman, summa cum laude. Kendall Riley Hobbs, summa cum laude. Kelsey Dale Housewright, magna cum laude. Natalie Renee Huff. Naomi Estera Johnson, cum laude. William Johnson, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Jones, cum laude. Samantha Elizabeth Lunsford. Mary Marie Mays, cum laude. Emiliona Balin McFadden Zaldivar, summa cum laude. Camden A. McReynolds, summa cum laude. James Alexander Minton. Aiden Mitchell. Kylie S. Neal. Chloe Brooke Napier, summa cum laude. Myra Negrete, cum laude. Mackenzie Alexis Emery Nichols, cum laude. Elsie Camille Nottingham. Emma Rankin. Mackenzie A. Roberts, summa cum laude. Jada Rogers, cum laude. Savannah Rutherford, magna cum laude. Michaela E. Shirey, summa cum laude. Madison Shrewsbury. Cicada Lorraine Silvers. Michelle M. Simcox. Che Stansberry, magna cum laude. Alexis Stewart, cum laude. Sydney Surratt. Jada Marie Tompkins. Peyton S. Vaughn, magna cum laude. Benjamin Edward Voles, cum laude. Erica Elizabeth Wagner. James Brandon Whitson, magna cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Williams. Kristen Willis, magna cum laude. James Darrell Whittaker. The following students are completing degree requirements for an Associate of Science in the Division of Mathematics. Anna Bell Christian, magna cum laude. Adam Ryan Collins, summa cum laude. Emily Danielle Collins, cum laude. Mark Collins II. Jesse G. Corby. Carly Cox, magna cum laude. Kylie Hope Farrell. Zeth Flores, summa cum laude. Stella Humphreys. Wesley A. Jones, summa cum laude. Emily Kidwell, cum laude. Sophia Marie Livorsi. Julissa Manrique, summa cum laude. Alejandra Naomi Mondragon, cum laude. Braylon Robert Price. Tranle Antoine, magna cum laude. Laritza Aileen Velasquez Lux, cum laude.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Northeast State Community College, class of 2026. This is one of 5 graduation ceremonies that we'll have today. It takes a lot of work to do that, and I want to call out just a few groups, Dr. Deidre Close and her staff, and also Chris Lett and his staff, Lori Fulton. Please give them a round of applause for making all this happen. Parents, family, friends, on this day you get to enjoy the success of your loved ones. Don't forget to celebrate. And graduates, go get them.